Hello, guys. What a wonderful, beautiful day. Today, I'd like to talk about even in a beautiful day, we still need to talk about honesty and the truth. And as sad as it may sound, but the truth always has to surface and the truth has to be confronted. And by saying that, we also need to confront the truth of ourselves. That we are spirit beings and we are composed of our shadows and our light, and it's all part of the same coin. It's all part of us, and it's just amazing though how other people, we're not judging them, but it's just how it actually hurts. It actually hurts how they still don't know themselves, and and yeah, it hurts me. It hurts me very much to see them not knowing themselves and not knowing their shadows and not knowing their light, their real potential, their real power. And and with that, what they do, the tendency becomes is they become parasitical, they become manipulative, they become like scavengers, really. And this is the tendency once we don't know ourselves in that depth that we should actually know ourselves. And in this depth, if we don't reach this the deeper the deeper inner sense of ourselves, we will always be stuck in this parasitical, or these people will always be stuck in a parasitical loop. They will always keep on living and always have the same shadows because they are never confronted, and therefore they will always keep on approaching and coming back to the same soul. It doesn't matter in which plane, which dimensions, because these are the purpose of our soul, to cultivate them, to learn to accept them. And once we accept that, we gotta learn and re-acknowledge all the versions of ourselves. And that's the time we we break the parasitical loop, the energetic manipulating, the power, all this life force sucking tendencies that these people are doing. And they're a slave of their own shadows. They think if they could just like shove it to others and manipulate their faith and manipulate their destinies and exchange destinies and all that stuff, and do this vampiric uh, things that they're doing, all this hysteria that they're doing, all their rituals or their curses and all this stuff, it makes them really weak, and they don't know that. And most of them don't even know what their shadows are capable of. They don't even know what they're playing with. They don't even understand these entities, and they sell their soul to it. And once these shadows notice that they don't belong to those DNA or to those codes from other people, once they come back to you from the host where you were initiating this parasitic this attempt to other souls, then once they come back to you, they will teach you a lesson, and they become bigger and stronger. And that's not the main, that's not the goal here. That's not the main purpose of our existence here. We're not here to be parasitical. We're here to evolve and to re-acknowledge our shadows. They deserve respect. They deserve acknowledgement. We need to stop demonizing them and try to stop shoving them to others because they belong to you. They're just a version of yourself. And once we try to understand this not only in the intellect level but in the heart level, in the subconscious level, the unconscious level, in the inner core of your marrow, and in the spirit essence of us. If we try to understand this, not understand, understand, then you gotta live a free life. You're free. You're a free soul. You're not under these parasitical tendencies which you are just actually just acknowledge doing to yourself because you cannot acknowledge your own shadows. And it's always your decision if you will be influenced from these entities. If you submit your power and give it back to them and give your life force to them, that's your choice. You gotta regain your sovereignty, your sovereign life, your sovereign spirit being. You are not your body, you are your soul. Know your soul again. Do that for you, do that for the collective, do that for the divine. Do it for you most and foremost. Go back to the light.